Yes, sir. Check me.
You could not kill me, Papi. You niggas move too sloppy. You try to get me, Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
I pop it, you niggas wanna pop me. You could not kill me, Papi. You niggas move too sloppy. You just another copy. He talking cocky. He wanna fight like Lucky. I see you coming with your plans, but you better pop me. He think he Jackie Chan, nigga think he Jackie Chan. Put your hands on the man, will it make you understand? Did you put your hands on me? Shoot you, then I fuck your bitch. I'm about to pop a pee. I'm about to. You could not kill me, Papi. You niggas move too sloppy. You try to get me, Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
I pop it, you niggas wanna pop me. You could not kill me, Papi. You niggas move too sloppy. You just another copy. He talking cocky. He wanna fight like Lucky. I see you coming with your plans, but you better pop me. He think he Jackie Chan, nigga think he Jackie Chan. Put your hands on the man, will it make you understand? Did you put your hands on me? Shoot you, then I fuck your bitch. I'm about to pop a pee. I'm about to. You could not kill me, Papi. You niggas move too sloppy. You try to get me, Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
Shout out to all my niggas and niggas. Woo, boy, you know it's going down. Errol Spence, the vampire. They're my vampire. Hey, check this out. Hold up. Woo, boy. I don't know what to tell you, man. Listen, man. First of all, I'm sorry I was away for a long time. Life, man. Life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see my baby. I can't see my daughter. Went down to Jacksonville, Florida this weekend, man, to see my mom. And man, it's just one thing after another, man. Mama's sick. She got to get surgery now. Man, you know, life too short, boy. Well, forget all that. We trying to stay a little up. Hold up. We trying to stay up, baby. We gonna stay up, baby, no matter what. You know, we gonna try to keep it on the positive side. You know what I'm saying? You pray for the best and expect the worst, though. You know, that way you prepare for the, you know, the hardship that come in life. You know, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody at all. I don't care if you the healthiest man alive. You know. But yo, check this out, man. I went to Jacksonville this weekend for Father. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. But bro, man, Jacksonville, man, yo, they trying to make that shit like a fucking third world country, man. That shit was real fucked up over there. I was on 21st and Monk Creek getting me something to eat with my girl and my little dog Reggie. Man, he say, man, check this out, boy. Come here. I come outside, boy, a little 10-year-old boy, them niggas riding around with the bicycle. They passing the stick over the fence. Police parked right across the street. They ain't doing nothing. That motherfucker passed a big ass dick hanging out the back of that bitch. 10, 11, nigga. Them motherfucking little jits out there ain't playing, nigga. They passing the stick like it ain't nothing, nigga. It's a toy to them, nigga. So, Then on the south side, my nigga, oh Lord, that shit done turned to baby Mexico. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, just food trucks everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So man, hey man, y'all niggas be careful out there, man. That's what they want us to do, man, you know. But yo, Errol is a vampire. This what I mean by that. Alright. Bloodsucker. This man want blood every time he fight. Every time Errol Spence fight, man, tell me the outcome. This man inflicts so much pain, and when he really get his man, ha ha ha, he get his man, and I feel like he gonna have an extra incentive when he fight Terrence Crawford. I feel like he feel like Terrence Crawford made him wait too fucking long, man. Like, Errol been knocking at that door for a long time. He said what he was gonna do. We gonna go through the shit in order, man, like we always do. Facts. Then we state our opinion. Man waited a long time. He told you in Oklahoma, bro. He said, hey man, I'm gonna clean my side of the street up. And I'm gonna come get that last little strap since you the best. You say the best for last, right? That's what I feel like he was talking about. You know, there ain't no secret Al Heyman and Terrence Crawford's manager really don't deal with each other unless it's a big money fight. And back at that time, that wasn't no big money fight. Wasn't nobody really knocking at the door for that. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas would have loved to sink that fight, but right now that bitch extra big because they made a nigga anticipated. So, you know, I feel like man, you know, this is some big payback James Brown type shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this fight gonna be real bloody. Like, man, he got you, Terrence. You finna see a real vampire, a real bloodsucker. Heavy on the right, heavy on the right. And that's the jab. I'm still interested in what style Terrence Crawford is gonna fight Errol Spence. Is he gonna fight Southpaw or is he gonna stay in conventional? Is he gonna start in conventional or is he gonna start in Southpaw? I don't know. I really would love him to fight Southpaw with Errol Spence. I don't know what you guys think, but you know, they say Errol is a bad motherfucker, and they say Terrence a bad motherfucker. So both of y'all fighting on y'all strong suit, man. Like I feel like Terrence Crawford fight better with the Southpaw. But boy, you done fucked up, boy. I'm talking about, man. Listen, and you got you a little tune up with amnesia, and your gloves with flow. Niggas see all that shit, man. Earl be watching all y'all niggas YouTubes and Twitters and Instagram. Just like Charlie, he be talking shit about the Charlo be all on social media. He be on it too. Turns to all them niggas, everybody. The world is addicted to the social media, nigga. So you know everybody see this shit. We just trying to keep it G for all the G's. I know for a fact that if I was Earl and that nigga played me like he played me, dog. Ooh, pobrecita. Man, I'm talking about, man, first round. I'm throwing excessive jabs, body shots. I'm going in there taking this nigga best shot. I want to see what this nigga got. I'm blocking all that shit, nigga, and cracking this nigga in his ribs, nigga. Hey, listen. I'm not a boxer. I just wish Errol go in that bitch and dominate from round one. And I hope Terrence Crawford do his best. Because he gonna be on his back foot. Who you think gonna come forward in that fight? You think Errol gonna get caught with one? Oh man, I think Errol chin is successful. And it's not suspect like Terrence chin. Yeah, that shit suspect, y'all. Hey man, how many of y'all niggas want to keep going back to that Mean Machine fight, man? I just really like that fight for some reason. Because, man, Mean Machine was rocking Terrence Crawford. What? Man, alright. Y'all be playing games with me. I don't want to hit my like button. Hit my like button, man. If you ain't about reparation, you already know. Get the fuck on. We talking about vampires tonight. Yes, sir. Blood. You seen that Ugas fight, right? See, that's the shit I'm talking about, man. Even after the fight, Ugas had blood leaking out his eye, all on his shirt. He taking pictures with his shit wrapped up. And this nigga got motherfucking blood spots all on his fucking shirt. Way after the fight, nigga. Ugas, boy. I'm talking about, I like his style. He got the Cuban style. Slick. Hard to hit. Footwork. Same as Terrence. Now that'll be a good fight. Terrence Crawford and Ugas. Love it. Love it. I don't know who. That's a 50-50. But this one, this not no 50-50. Shitting me. Boy. It's more like 60-40, maybe 70-30. I say a 70-30 love. Not 70-30. That nigga say, boy. That shit gonna be rough though for Terrence, man. I don't know. That nigga too light in the ass. Errol already done said you light in the ass, dog. So we finna see. We finna find out. I can't wait. What y'all niggas did for Juneteenth though? Man, nigga ain't did shit for Father's Day, man. I'm talking about, man. I got a text. You know, got in the jacuzzi. You know what I'm saying? What's up, nigga? Ain't shit, chilling. Talking this boxing. You know. But yeah, Errol, man, coming in that bitch for some blood, boy. Real blood, man. I'm talking about blood sport. I want to see this fight so bad because I already know by the man making him wait so long and playing all this little game with him and shit, man. That's going to make the man just even more zoned in on this nigga, man. And I feel like he going to really break this boy down, man. I don't feel like everybody, niggas ain't really seeing what Errol do to niggas, man, when he punish him. And I ain't never seen Terrence Crawford punish nobody, man. I ain't never seen. He done knock some niggas out. And he ain't never do him like Errol. Fuck that. Never. It's just different types of punishment being administered. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know what happened when you let the vampire in. He can't do shit unless you what? Let him in. He knocking. Yeah, he ain't gonna let you in. Huh?
You too sloppy. You try to get me Jackie Chan. You could not kill me, papi. You niggas me too sloppy. You try to get me Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
That's all I'm saying, man. But I know one thing, man. You can correlate this shit into real life, like with vampires, right? So the key to a vampire, you gotta let him in. So that's the only way the vampire can destroy you. So when you get your little daughter and you teach them about boys and shit, you need to let them know that men are naturally vampires. We hunt, and we gonna tell you what you want to hear. We gonna give you all the shit you want just to get the pussy. And if you open your legs, that's your fault. You ain't do your homework on them. That's what you need to teach your daughters, man. Because I'm telling you, especially if your daughter have a baby early, now niggas looking at her like shit, I fuck, but I ain't finna wipe that, you know what I'm saying? And you might find some niggas that'll take in that, but you want an alpha male. You want a nigga that want his own family. And not no other man children to take care of, man. But you know, that's just my opinion. My opinion matters. I don't know. I'm going downtown tomorrow to get my my paper signed to get this goddamn visitation rights, man. Cause man, you can't let a motherfucker get away with murder, boy. If you let them, they'll do it. They'll kill you. I'm firing this shit up right now. You know what it is. You up late night talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence coming up next month. I'm talking about, boy, hold up. What we got here? What we got here?
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's
I told y'all gonna call in tree, bro.
What's the business?
Man, bro. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you about this fight right here, bro. This fight gonna be historical no matter which way you look at it, bro. Somebody coming out with one of them zeros off the record.
First of all, you got to on this channel. You got to stand on one square. Who you got?
At this point, I'm taking Errol Spence. We already discussed this. He's the bigger, stronger, tougher. He seemed like, he gonna. I don't know about experience because you got to look at the fact that Crawford been in more fights. He got more fights under his belt. But at the same time, you look at the fact that
Hold up. How many more fights he got? I don't know about that now.
Yeah, no. What's his name? Errol Spence 28-0, and what's his name? Crawford, he 39-0.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it at that then. But we ain't worried about it. We talking about it 147.
I mean, pound for pound, bro.
Come on, man. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You ain't been watching it. You ain't been watching the the goddamn press conferences and all these goddamn photo shoots they been doing, man. Earl been telling them niggas like, yo, nigga, you got good matchmakers over there in Top Rank, nigga. They matching you up with all these motherfucking barbers. You fighting barbers, nigga. You ain't fighting nobody, man. Now you done moved up to 147. You finna show this nigga, man. Listen, that nigga too light in the ass, man. I'm talking about all them niggas he was fighting, man. Them niggas like with Benavidez. He even told him like, nigga, that man had one leg. Man had got shot in his leg, man. He was fighting with one leg, man. Of course you supposed to. Then Benavidez was holding his own to the end.
Yeah, you got a strong point. But let's if you want to change lane just for a second, I know you're a little more educated on the situation that Boosie in. I was just wondering if you could expound some of your knowledge and wisdom on this.
Oh man, listen. Like I was saying earlier about that bond, people be saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing and a bad thing that he didn't get no bond. Cause everybody know if you go to the feds and you get bond with the feds, that means you telling. So any nigga that come out on bond, that means he working with the people, man. That's different from state penitentiary. You feel me? State you can bond out. But Fed, man, they trying to lock Trump up, nigga. Fuck. The feds don't give a fuck about no Boosie. You know what I'm saying? So they been wanting the nigga. He beat the death row charge. You know what I'm saying? The murder. Witnesses coming up missing and shit. So
And that's what I want to speak to you about. since he beat them charges back in 09, 010, whatever time it was, do you think that they kept an eye on him? Like, you think they continue?
Why wouldn't they? They listen. They already all the police tell you they watch social media, man. What you mean? It ain't no secret. They watching everybody, man. The police always be on social media. They got their own page.
Damn. That makes sense, man.
Motherfuckers been watching. They watch everybody. They watching us. Shit, they watching anybody that's black, nigga. Especially if you in the entertainment business, yeah, they got the rap police. You ain't never heard of rap police?
Oh no, I ain't never heard of it like that.
Man, I forget y'all niggas young. They got the police specifically for them niggas, man. They be watching them niggas, man. I'm telling you, dog, this shit deep. But no, man, Boosie, he gonna probably have to sit and do a little time, man. I don't know what his situation is, what kind of gun charge, nigga. I ain't really into that shit. All I know is he ain't getting no bond. And that's a good thing and a bad. It's bad because you can't get out, but you know what I'm saying? It's good because it let motherfuckers know there's a chance you ain't cooperating or telling on motherfuckers. Nigga get a bond in the feds, boy. He on the bus bond, nigga. He finna tell on somebody.
Right.
He done gave us some good information.
Right. So yeah, on another note, I was speaking on the Big George Foreman movie. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that.
Man, I gotta find out how to check that out, but I'm gonna watch that shit. I think I forgot what the name of that shit was, but I'm gonna check that out. But George Foreman, man, was a bad motherfucker. But what people don't know is George Foreman, we used to kick it. I think that nigga used to kick it with Don King and or was it Sonny Liston? I think it was Sonny Liston.
Yeah.
That nigga, I ain't seen the movie. Who it was? Sonny Liston.
Yeah, big Sonny Liston.
Yeah, see, he was hanging with Sonny Liston, nigga. You listen, birds of a feather flock together. Robbers hang with robbers, and hoes hang with hoes, and junkies hang with junkies. Nigga, if this nigga hanging with Sonny Liston, nigga, that mean that nigga was corrupt. That's like kicking it with Don King. That's your best man that's your partner your whole life. You know you corrupt too, nigga.
Well, now let's just break that down for a second, bro. Because I feel like sometimes people give Don King a little too much criticism when he did make. Let's look at it theoretically. Back in the 80s, the amount of money Mike Tyson had, theoretically, compared to inflation now, made him a billionaire in the 80s. So let's look at the fact that you know you booking the best fighter in the world, so you gotta capitalize on your fight. We all out here trying to make it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like he still got Mike Tyson the fights he needed to make that money. But maybe with the training and all that, I gotta give it to you. Customato, before Don King, before Customato died, if he would have continued to live, Mike Tyson would have probably went 65 and 0 or some shit.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that because his style was just a come forward style. But with Don King and Mike Tyson, I really can't really speak on it. I just know for what I seen with my eyes that he was putting the wrong people around. And the nigga was on drugs. I read his book Undisputed. That nigga was wild. He used to slap the shit out of Don King, man. But Don King, like you say, was getting in them fights. He was the man. He was the man back then. He fucked with Ali and everybody, pimping Ali. He pimped Ali. He fucked over everybody. But that's the business. But shit, nigga, no, man. He put the wrong people around Mike. He kept that nigga with niggas that was blowing his head up, telling him, yeah, nigga. And you notice when he got with them niggas, all he did was take straight knockout shots. He wasn't going to the body no more. He was just head hunting.
Okay, but you gave me such a broad answer when I came down to Customato. You said just because of his fighting style. I don't really think you can just basically say he won a broke history as far as like
listen, bro. Listen. It's certain styles, man. Styles make fight. Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, even Buster Douglas, those are boxers. These guys good with their footwork, so they got the back foot. They can step back Mike Tyson, you look at that Lennox Lewis fight, that man never stepped back one time, and Lennox was catching his ass. But he's so used to the Customato style that when he gets in there, when he get in there with a boxer, he don't step back. He's a pain freak, and he like to go in, But yeah, I feel like even with the Customato style, he could have beat Lennox Lewis if he was disciplined. But Mike wasn't disciplined. He wasn't going to the body no more. He wasn't doing none of that there. But even with that said, the man does not step backwards at all.
Okay, I give you that. But let me give you a scenario then. Who you think of walking out with the victory? Prime, you was just talk prime Lennox Lewis or prime Tyson Fury?
I'm gonna go with Lennox Lewis.
You gonna run with it?
Cause let me tell you why though. It ain't no black thing, and I know I'm pro-black on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And I put Tyson Fury over a lot of motherfuckers, that drug cheating motherfucker, glove tampering with motherfucker. But he still trained under Emanuel Lewis. See, Lennox Lewis was under Emanuel Lewis as well. You understand what I'm saying? They both got that tutelage out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, no, nigga, I'm still picking Lennox Lewis, nigga, over Tyson Fury. Fuck him. I got Deontay Wilder beat him the first fight.
He did. That's what I wanted to say. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury lost that fight. The ref gave him a few extra seconds to
listen, not just that. Listen, hold time out. I don't mean to interrupt you. Not just that. When a motherfucker fall to the ground, hit his head on the ground, his eyes roll in the back of his head, the referee is supposed to stop the fight.
Really?
The man was on something, nigga, because the motherfucker popped open like the Undertaker and got up.
That didn't make any sense at all.
So, man, motherfuckers, creatures of habit of creature or whatever the fuck, whatever you do, even if you try to hide it, eventually it'll come out. So you a creature of nature or whatever the fuck, however you say it. But this motherfucker, his track record is known for drugs and cheating and tampering with gloves. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck would I think he stopped? That's like Canelo. They say Canelo finna fight Charlo. Not the, you know what I'm saying, finna fight the drunk Charlo. Why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, now all of a sudden you want to fight. This man ain't been fighting so long, now you want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He feel like he can beat him. But I guarantee you that motherfucker taking that goddamn clenbuterol, man. Because they raised the levels of how much you can take.
Yeah.
I hope Charlo beat the shit out of his ass, though.
That's fact. But then, okay, let's spin the topic real quick. You said you're pro-black on this channel, right?
Fucking right.
What's your standpoint on Black Lives Matter?
Fuck them. Fuck them, man. That shit, that's really lesbian lives matter. I hate to say it, man. Them girls don't care about niggas, man. They get money off us, man. When niggas get killed, they get money off us, man. They ain't trying to help the niggas. Ain't nobody trying to help niggas. Everybody, listen, ain't no institutions or no goddamn, all niggas got is a homeless shelter. And when that shit get full up at night, ain't nothing else for us. You gotta sleep on the street. A nigga don't get shit. Nigga don't get parental rights. Nigga don't get nothing. And so when you get with a, what's up?
You can finish your point. I was just
go ahead.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, like, on that standpoint, when you look at the fact, like, all right, do you feel like in society women are more privileged than men as far as like what the opportunities and the different like what you call the institutes put there for them to help? You know,
that's the way it's designed. That's the way they started out in the '60s when they brought that fucking welfare in. They gave them a choice to take a man or the hood and the food stamps, and they chose the food stamp. But then when the niggas started getting the jobs back in the '80s, the crack was here. But shit, the girls still held on to the food stamp. They were like, fuck that. They ain't want to let their stamps go in that free housing. So now you got an epidemic of people that's used to being in free housing. You know, instead of going out getting jobs or getting with a nigga that got a good job and being a family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they got a lot of shit they can go to and get help. But niggas ain't got I don't man, listen, it ain't really it's probably like a handful of programs for men out there and you gotta be a fucking junkie, doped out, and he ain't gonna do nothing but put you in the shelter.
See, that's what's crazy about it. And you know what else? They give the wrong people the wrong privileges. And when you
Dog.
speak on like just speak on Section 8, did you hear the story about the woman who abandoned her kids and left them in Texas and she went to Alabama for a while and they couldn't find her? And the girl was FaceTiming her dad trying to get him to Uber them food to their house from over there.
Man,
and,
listen,
she
dog.
didn't want to tell the dad that the mom had went to Alabama.
Dog.
Gone, like really had abandoned them pretty much.
You ain't said nothing new to a can of paint, man. Listen, man. I just left Jacksonville this weekend on Father's Day, man. And nigga, these little 10-year-old, 11-year-old boys walking around with extended clips on their bicycle riding around, nigga, passing that shit over the fence. Police sitting right across the street, them crackers don't give a fuck. Nigga, these kids bad as fuck, nigga. So you can imagine when they go home, nigga, they mama don't give a fuck. It was in the projects, nigga. So you know ain't number females staying out there. And the niggas that be creeping up in that bitch.
No, but this the point I was trying to make. Like, yeah, the youth shit is fucked up real bad. Like, that's a whole different topic. We can't speak on that. But the point I'm trying to make is, I looked at the fact, first of all, fuck the child abandonment shit. I looked at the fact that she was in a nice neighborhood, bro, off Section 8. Not Section 8, but what's the shit
that hood? That hood house?
No, it wasn't a hood house, bro. It was in a nice neighborhood, but she got it off a house voucher. The shit that they give them. And I'm like, they giving them house vouchers to live in nice-ass neighborhoods, and then they can flex on the man when he go work hard all day to make the money just to barely pay his rent. When you get a free house in a nice neighborhood, and you still got the nerve to
listen,
your kids.
Time out. That's why they be having the babies. Because they can get that shit when they have babies. Listen. I met a lot of girls, man. They be having them babies just to get more stamps and more benefits. And get that motherfucking, that goddamn check, that income tax check, all that shit, nigga. I'm talking about they don't be giving a fuck about them children, nigga. They be getting them food stamps. My niggas selling them and eating crab legs, shit. Them kids be eating juicy juices and shit. Hey, my baby mama like that, nigga. I'm telling you, yeah, nigga.
See, that shit is crazy, bro.
I'm talking about, dog. Listen, so I just went down to get these papers, right? So I'm finna go up there tomorrow and go to the Superior Court so I can get that whole served, man. Cause I ain't seen the baby since that little baby was born. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was a car daddy for like a month or two. She used to bring the baby out and I go down to the car. You know what I'm saying? See the baby, gaga goo goo. But shit, nigga, I'm trying to take my baby motherfucker to Florida with me and see my mama. You know, she ain't seen her granny yet. Fuck that, nigga.
Wow. It's sad and it's upsetting how the court system set up to make men suffer like that.
Man, listen, dog. This how I feel about the situation. I gotta put myself on punishment just to see my child. Cause basically that's what I'm doing. I'm putting myself on child support so I can make them motherfuckers give me some visitation rights so I can see my child. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta put myself on child support cause she ain't trying to put me on child support, but she don't want me to see the baby.
Well, see, what you think we need to do, or what would you do to make all this better? Like to make it even playing field when it comes to the child support and all the the child support system.
Man, they gotta rein some of that shit in, bro. That shit too loose. It's too easy for them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no consequences for having 5, 6 different children, 5 different baby daddies, man.
And that's sad, bro. They gonna get taken
and like this why I got the vampire on this live stream, because this is what I'm gonna tell my daughter, like, baby, When you hear a nigga say, baby, I love you, and ooh, you look so good, and what's your favorite color, and I'm gonna do this, and don't believe it. Just do your homework and study this nigga. You too young to be fucking anyway. But I ain't gonna stop her. I ain't gonna stop her from having a boyfriend, cause I want her to have a boyfriend. But I want her to be able to trust my daughter, you know what I'm saying, enough to where I know she ain't gonna be out there fucking. But that's where people go wrong. They gotta teach their daughters what men are. Men are hunters. So of course we full of testosterone. We gonna wanna hunch and all that shit. You feel me? But nigga, you find the right dude at a young age and stick with him. But you gotta know that men are vampires. So if you give yourself up to this dude, you gotta know that you need some condoms and some protection, and let me know, and I'll provide that for you. But you got to know, if he say anything to you, you don't take it serious until you show, cause niggas gonna tell you anything to get the pussy. And once you open your legs, now it's your fault, cause you fell for the vampire. Cause the vampire can't destroy your home unless you let him in. He can knock all he want, but if you don't open that door, he can't come in and kill you. So this is like the example I'm giving to my daughter. Like, yo, we are vampires. We can't help it. Some men can control their urges more, but some can't. So you got to know what type of guy you dealing with. And when they say shit, you just got to take it like, yeah, whatever. Prove it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just believe it. Cause you got a lot of girls out here believing anything, man. Especially if a nigga got money. A nigga living, they live in fairy tale land, man. They think a nigga's supposed to have a whole lot of money, look good, don't cheat, 13-inch dick, a car, clothes, motherfucking, don't talk back to her, don't raise your voice, rubber feet, and all you getting is some pussy and some head.
Bro, it ain't cool. It ain't cool, bro. It's sad to the point where you gotta look at the fact that you a dad and you. I'm just asking you just straight up like this, Dan. Do you feel like it's more important for the mom to be in the child's life or the dad?
Nah, both supposed to be in the life, man. Listen, it worked both ways. That's why God made Adam and Eve. He seen that man was lonely, and he said he needed some help, so he brought Eve to be a helpmate and to be fruitful and multiply. That's why women supposed to, be with the man to multiply and spread our seed and take care of the children and nurture them. That's that's
Right.
that's their job. Shit, our job is to protect and provide, but they made the economy so fucked up now in 2023 that it's hard for a nigga to survive out here. So now they made it to where we so codependent on our women that niggas are living off these women now. Especially if a nigga thugged it in early life and he said fuck school and he was out there selling drugs, then he go to the penitentiary, come out, he gotta get a regular job. Instead of staying in school and doing the right thing and picking him a girl in college or high school and taking her with you like LeBron did. But we don't think like that because we ain't got nobody in our ear.
And see, that's where you gotta look at that fact because now, see, we both can relate on this in our younger years. It's not a lot of guidance, bro. It's the strong family structure. It went away, at least I know, in the 70s or the 80s. Sometimes that strong family structure went away. Because I can always remember all the children in the black community where I grew up at, all of the ones who did have two-parent households had it so much more together than the ones who didn't.
Cause nigga, two heads better than one. Nigga, if you got two incomes and you splitting the bills down the middle, nigga, it's easy. Look at the Mexicans. The Mexicans sleep 6, 7 in a house. It can be a 2-bedroom. Them motherfuckers on the floor, but they all splitting the bills.
Listen to me though. Listen to me, bro. You speaking financially from a financial standpoint, and you're right that you can spoil your child so much more that way. But listen, what I'm saying is, from a mental standpoint, the child had it together so much more than the children who didn't have those.
Because they had access to what the people that was poor couldn't get, man. Listen, if you got two parents and you got enough money to pay the bills and have a little more money to get the things that you need for your child to be successful, then that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
It builds the child's self-esteem when your parents got money. If you ain't got to worry about where your next meal coming from, or the cable gonna get cut off and the lights gonna get cut off, you stress free. With the kids in the ghetto, man, in the projects, they stressed every day because they trying to worry about stealing some food out the store because they know mama ain't out there bitch hoeing and triggering, ain't studying them.
And see, and that's what's sad about the whole situation. Not only that, it's like even if you got a strong mother who trying to be a good mother, but she just don't have that extra helper with the father part, that also makes it so much more of a bad dynamic because I used to feel bad in my heart every time.
Hey, listen, I asked my mama, I was like, Mom, man, you know me, I always wanted you and my daddy to get back together, man, when I was little. And she was like, I know. And I was like, man, why you broke up with him? You know what I'm saying, in the first place. And she was telling me how, you know what I'm saying, see, my daddy, like my grandmama got mental issues, right? And she used to be in and out of the hospital for mental issues and shit. So you know that shit kind of hereditary, man. And my daddy kind of, you know, he ain't have it all up there, so people could, you know what I'm saying, talk him into shit, and he like a crash dummy or some shit like that, especially women. So my cousin, his cousin, used to mess with him when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? Older woman, you know what I'm saying? And used to, you know what I'm saying, suck him up and give him pussy and shit, right? So when he got with my mama, she tried to call herself embarrassing my daddy because, you know what I'm saying, my daddy wasn't fucking with her no more. And put the business out there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, so when she told my daddy to come straight and shit, he came over there on some like peace type shit, and she wanted him to cuss her out, and he wasn't on that. He was a mellow nigga though, you know what I'm saying? So she broke up and ran down and moved to Florida or Memphis, and we stayed in Memphis for a while. Then we moved to Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? But still, nigga, I feel like two heads would have been better than one, man. Like my mama is a strong, independent black woman, right? And my daddy is a beta male. I'm man enough to admit that. You feel me? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit from my father, but that beta shit, I didn't. And I experienced that shit when, God bless the day, I love you, daddy. But you know, when you was with Kitty, you know what I'm saying? Kitty was a bigger woman than my mother, but she was pretty in the face, but she had a better job than my dad. And she was like the head of the household type shit. And I seen that as a young age. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas let they bitch run the shit if they make more money than them. And I don't believe in that. But, you know what I'm saying? But that would have been a perfect match for my mama. See, independent black women cannot be with independent black men because it won't match. Opposites attract. If you got a woman that you can't tell her nothing, trying to get with a strong, independent black man, you can't tell me nothing. So both of us can't tell each other nothing. How the fuck it's gonna work? So a strong, independent black woman like my mama needed a man like my daddy, man, because he was a mellow, laid back, just let whatever happen, happen, man. Like go with the flow type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she needs. Yeah, because you supposed to take charge and handle shit. Like when she called my daddy, I understand where she was coming from. Because if my girl called me and my cousin over here telling my business, talking about we was fucking, nigga, I'm gonna come over there and cuss that bitch out. Bitch, who the fuck you think you is talking to my wife? Bitch, get out my motherfucking face before I beat your motherfucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? But my daddy didn't do that. My daddy came in there like, man, y'all calm down. Y'all go ahead with that, man. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. My mama ain't like that shit. And she seen, cause my mama grew up with 9 brothers and sisters, and all of them was pimps and gangsters, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So She used to niggas being tough and not no, you know what I'm saying, laid back, smooth ass shit, nigga. These niggas had niggas, man, listen, so she wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I guess that was her reason for leaving, but not just that, she was scared of Chicago. And she wanted to get out of Chicago and take me out of Chicago. So that's another reason she said she left. But man, my thing is, shit, nigga, you should have told that nigga to come with you.
Like, hey, you ain't getting no echo in your background, though.
No, man, I'm good. But no, you should have told that nigga to come with you. He already beta. He gonna do what you say. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but see, bro, that's the problem. Women don't respect them type of men. They don't turn them on. And
No, see, listen. My mama respected my daddy. It's just that she seen that he wasn't. See, this was really it was, man. My mama was trying to get the opposite of her brothers. You see what I'm saying? And she didn't want no nigga that was in the streets. You feel me? And I respected her for that. Cause my daddy wasn't no real street nigga. He was just a mellow, laid back nigga that all the bitches loved him. You know what I'm saying? One of them type of niggas. So, and you know, my mama fell for him. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't know he was like a type of nigga that, you know, real easy going and ladies man type of nigga that, you know what I'm saying, can get taken advantage of by women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she didn't like that, so I guess she just, and then, you know, it's dangerous in Chicago, especially with a baby. And back then, it wasn't no cameras or no cell phones, so nigga, you get come up missing, you just get come up missing. Ain't no run the camera back then. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a little bit of background on your upbringing. Like, what city were you born in?
I was born in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, so you were born in Chicago.
Yeah.
How long did you live?
I stayed in Chicago all my life, like back and forth. Like my mama was the type of woman that wouldn't keep me away from my father, and that's why I respect her to the fullest. Because even though she moved to Memphis, she used to make sure I went to Chicago every summer. And then when I turned 11 and 12, I stayed up there permanently until I was like in what 14. I was going on 14. I got into some shit and I got almost killed. And that's when she had moved to Jacksonville. Her job had moved her to Jacksonville, Florida. And so I had moved to Jacksonville when I was like going on 14. And you know what I'm saying? I went to high school there and I came up there. That's when I started getting into the drug game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you feel comfortable talking about the time when you almost got killed?
Hell, man, I talked about it before. It was the police. Like, okay, so in Chicago, you know, if you're a foot soldier, that means you work for the gang. You know, we was hustling out there. We had the sack. One nigga hold the drug, one nigga hold the money. I was holding the money that day. And police rushed up on us, you know what I'm saying, in the unmarked car and jumped out. So my partner threw the dope over the roof. So they couldn't find the drugs. And we in the alley. They pulled the tasers out. They like, we gonna stop your motherfucking heart. Where the motherfucking drugs at? Where you threw that shit at? We acting like we don't know. He took the money out my pocket and told them niggas to take their shoes off and run. So them niggas took their shoes, yeah, in the alley. You know it be glass and shit in the alley. Them crackers ain't shit. It was a black police and a white police. I'll never forget this shit. So the motherfucker tell them niggas to run and keep me behind. Now, mind you, at this time, I'm like 12, going on 13, I think. I had the baby face, nigga. I looked like a little baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's how I was getting away with a lot of shit back then, because they was using me because I had the baby face. So
you was young though.
Yeah, I mean that's how they start you out in the game. You got to be young, so cause like this why they do it when you young. Cause like the certain shit that we get locked up for, we'll get out the next day for. If it was an adult, they'll be catching charges. So that's why they got the young niggas doing all they dirt. Cause they know they go in Chicago, you might go to the Audi home, your mama come get you out that bitch. Or you know what I'm saying? Next night or the same night. So anyway, man, the nigga keep me. So he put me in the back of the police car, and they drive to the burger joint and buy some fucking food with the money I had, right? So boom, now mind you, this shit gang territory. So they drive me back over the neighborhood where I was at and keep going to where the vice lords and shit be at, right? So he tell me to lay down in the back seat. So I'm like, lay down. The motherfucker turn around and punch me in my shit, right? So I'm like, oh shit. I ain't cuffed or nothing. So I lay down in the back seat. So they drive past real slow. And then he turn around. I can feel he making a U and he speed up. Zzz, and rushed out and jumped out and grabbed a little young nigga, right? And put him in the back seat with me. Yeah. He handcuffed though. So I'm looking at him, he looking at me like I done told on him. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck. I'm green. I don't know what the fuck going on yet. So, so he pulled back around the same way, made us another circle, and told me to get out at the end of the block. Now, my only way back is to run back through the set to get home. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas, like, mind you, I'm 12, 13, going on 13, right? These niggas my size. These niggas grown. They surround me, right? Hold up, nigga, where you from? Asking me what set I claim and shit, right? So I tell them. They like, hell no, you got the little homie set. Bow! He thought I got the homie set up. So these niggas jumping me. All I could do was ball up. These niggas big as fuck. Last thing I seen was an 8-ball bottle. One of them beer bottles hit me across the head. I blacked out, right? So then, boom. The motherfucking house, the police had robbed. This would save my life, dog. It's good. That's why it's always good to check into any city. When I went to Jacksonville this weekend, I checked in with my dog Black and my homeboy Quick. Nigga, on the south side and on the north side, nigga, because you got to know somebody, man. And when I drove past the first time, he made me drive with my head up first. Then he rolled around, made me get down low, and he hit me. So the nigga that seen me, them niggas that was sitting on the porch, that it was a whole bunch of niggas sitting on the porch. I'll never forget. And them niggas was vice lords. So them niggas knew me. So they recognized me in the back of the police car. So when them niggas was beating me up, the niggas saved my life. And they dragged and they picked me up and carried me to his house. Bruh, you remember Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns? Yeah. That's how my head looked, bro. When I woke up, I had a pumpkin head. Nigga, I had a pumpkin head deluxe, nigga. I'm talking about my head was so swole. My shit was the size of a TV, nigga. So hey, I ain't laughing at you, but you made that shit sound funny. No, nigga, when I went home, I had to walk home, nigga. My daddy was like, man, boy, what happened to you? And I told him what happened, nigga. And he called his people, and they went back over that motherfucker, nigga, with the text, nigga. Cause my daddy ain't into that shit. You know what I'm saying? He mellow. But them niggas, we had to let them niggas know, cause you know I was part of MC. I was rolling with them MCs over there. You see what I'm saying? Them Mickey Cobras. You see what I'm saying? So them niggas had to go over there and get an understanding about what happened to me. But by that time, what was it? 1990. It was a treaty they had between the MCs and the Lord and the Vice Lords and the four corner hustlers at that year. So they weren't finna violate no peace treaty over no foot soldier. There was a misunderstanding because I told them my side of the story. See, nigga, I'm in the back seat with these niggas. They got the guns. Nigga, I'm thinking we finna blow these niggas' ass off. No, this shit politics. I'm not high enough rank. So my daddy get me and send me back with my mama. Cause she was like, send my son back. She find out what happened to me. I'm gonna get my mama to tell the story next time on live. But nigga, that's when I come to Florida. But I ain't come till I healed up. Okay. Boy, I was fucked. What was your injury? What did you end on? Nigga, brain trauma, nigga. I probably got CTE. I be forgetting shit, nigga. Them motherfuckers tried to kill me. That nigga saved my life, man. Damn, bro. They really did. Hey, the nigga, listen. This the crazy part. The nigga that saved my life is the nigga that almost got me killed one night, bro. What? Listen. I never forget, dog. I'm green. I'm telling you, I'm only 12, dog. I don't know what the fuck going on. I done been shot at. I done heard bullets pass my head. All that shit, right? All within a year. You know what I'm saying? Of fucking with these niggas, right? So, man, I know niggas probably don't believe me, man, but I swear to God, man, strike me dead. Nigga, I'm sitting on the porch late night kicking it. You know, my dad ain't give a fuck how late I stayed out. Once that nigga whooped me one time and seen that belt wasn't doing nothing, I was smiling. That nigga was sweating. That nigga say, boy, you crazy just like your mama. That nigga never whooped me again, right? Cause I'm used to getting beat with switches and extension cords, nigga, and fists and feet and elbows, nigga, and chokes. So so I'm sitting on the porch with these niggas. I'm 12 years old, man, about to be 13, nigga. Out here thugging at 2, 3 in the morning, nigga. The nigga come up to the porch like, hey man, switch shirts with me. So I had one of them I never forget, nigga, photographic memory of this day. I had it was when them Bob Marley shirts first came out with a lion, half of his face was lion, half of his face was Bob Marley. It was a black t-shirt. I took that bitch off and he gave me I think he had a white t-shirt on with some designs on that bitch. I put his t-shirt on, right? And he walked off. So the nigga that was sitting on the porch with him, he was like, man, get your ass in the house. So I ain't know what, I'm listening to him, nigga OG. I get in the house, he like, bro, take that fucking shirt off, man. I'm like, wow, what's up? He's like, man, that nigga pulled a mission in that shit, nigga. You don't want to be seen walking down and going home with that shirt on. Them niggas looking for that shirt. They gonna kill you if they see you in that shirt, nigga. See, these niggas be getting dropped off in niggas' neighborhoods, right? And then they gotta make it back home. These the type of games these gangs was playing. Like, say they'll drop you off on 63rd Street, right? You 5 blocks away from your neighborhood. They drop your ass off, maybe you and your homeboy. You gotta go find somebody and knock their top off, right? So you do that and you gotta get away. And you make it back to home. These the games they play to get niggas ranked. So the nigga, I guess he pulled he was fresh off a mission and wanted to change identities. That's why it's good to wear 2 different color shirts underneath your shit, man. So you ain't got to go through all that.
Let me ask something about Chicago politics. Do they
I can't speak on that right now because that shit done changed, nigga. This shit when I'm talking about was early 90s.
Yeah, just give me your perspective back then. I'm saying, were they like basically banging from each block? Like, so whatever block you from, you just don't like the block up next to you or some shit?
Man, that shit segregated, man. Like, it might be 2 or 3 blocks of some GDs run, and next over, like a couple streets over, niggas, some BDs right there. And them niggas be warned trying to take over niggas' blocks and killing each other. They still do that to this day. They'll shoot as many niggas they can on that block, then they start selling their drugs on your shit, nigga.
Wow.
So it be war going on, like real war going on, nigga.
So where was you, like, what hood was you in? Was you like
I was over there off like Jeffrey. You know, well, you don't know about it. It's a junior high called Bryn Mawr and a high school over there called South Shore. That's where them MCs be at. You know what I'm saying? I used to stay over there because my daddy used to fuck with a girl named Kitty, and she stayed right in the heart of that shit, right? And my uncle, he stayed over there by where Farrakhan preached at, and the temple was right there right in front of the basketball court. I used to play at Rosenblum Park. I used to play right off Stony Island, play basketball over there. It'd be BDs and all different kinds of games. Just you walk down the wrong street, nigga, the hat turned different.
Really?
Yeah, nigga, I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. So you gotta be watching your head. Cause I'm talking about when we was in the alley one night just kicking it, drinking, being bad, nigga. I'm 12, nigga. I ain't got no business out there this late at night. I see a car pull up, and it's like they let some niggas out. As soon as they let them niggas out, they start firing at our ass, right? So this nigga passed me the gun. He had the gun. That's why I kept that motherfucker after that. I turn that bitch and shoot while I'm running because I don't know what the fuck going on. This is my first time really shooting at some niggas that's shooting at me. So I'm running and shooting and ducking. I hear the bullet passing my head. I'm like, oh shit, I stopped shooting. So I hit the corner. Before I hit the corner, I see the niggas on the other end of the alley. They roped us off on both ends. And them niggas was shooting down that way. So we turned and hit a left through the T alley. Is a dumpster right there. I hit a bullet popping off the motherfucking walls and shit. It's a barbed wire fence. Nigga, we hopped that bitch, nigga. The lady upstairs like, come on, baby. She had the door open waiting for us. She hear the shots. I come up in that motherfucker. It's a nigga house that we cool with. He ain't even at home. She just know what time it is. She knew the play. We was trying to get away from murder. And the nigga that got caught up at the other end of the alley, he got hit, and the nigga say his life flashed before his eye because the nigga ran up on him and pulled the trigger, but it was jammed. And he tried to get it right, and it jammed again. He ran off. But he had got caught in his side and his leg about 2 times. So he had to go to the hospital, but he lived. That was the Prince. I'm talking about, man, listen. That shit was wicked, nigga, and that was fun to me, nigga.
That was fun?
Fucking right, nigga. I swear to God. I was back out there on the set the next day.
That's real shit. That means you addicted to that shit, though.
Nigga, I was back on the block the next day after that shit, nigga.
And see, you know something, bro? Everybody gotta say that your upbringing is totally different. Cause I dealt with more of the redneck racism type shit.
That's what I dealt with when I went to Florida, though.
So tell me about your transaction from Chicago to, you said what, Florida next?
Yeah.
So what happened then? What started then?
Well, shit, like I said, I got fucked up. My mama was like, man, send my child back. So when I get to Florida, it's a culture shock. You know, I got to get adjusted. I got the Chicago style clothes, the hoes jocking my style, the niggas hating. So, you know, I got tested. And, you know, my daddy and my uncles taught me how to fight. And that's why I respect my mama, because my mama seen that she couldn't raise me to be a man. So she sent me to stay with my daddy, right? And that's why but you know what I'm saying? You can't send no boy at that age to no Chicago. But she did what she thought was best. And, you know, I did get, you know what I'm saying, life lessons from them. And I learned how to defend myself, right? So, like I said, my uncles and my dad, all them niggas, you know what I'm saying, good with that shit. So when I came here, nigga, I had to defend myself, because niggas, you know, when niggas see something different they don't know nothing about, they think it's sweet, and they think they really be hating. You know what I'm saying? But I had to make a nigga respect me. So, you know, when you young, you get a chance to fight. Nigga, it wasn't like that back then. Now these young niggas kill you at school. You feel me? Back then when we was coming up, niggas was fading niggas. You know what I'm talking about? So I had to fade a couple times, lost some, won some, nigga, but I earned my respect, you feel me? So then I got me a reputation like that. Young nigga right there from Chicago, he cool. Part twice, you know what I'm saying? They called me part twice because I was so quiet and I used to always smile, right? So when a nigga think you a bitch ass nigga, they come straight forward. They don't try to sneak you. So niggas thought I was sweet, and nigga come straight forward with the bully game, and that's when I put the hands on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the snowball effect come. Once you beat one of the niggas homeboy, now everybody want to fight you. You know what I'm talking about? So now you got to fight damn near every other day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 times in a day. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting like a motherfucker. What?
Yeah, what city you was in again?
Jacksonville.
Okay, so alright.
And then, by me being on the south side of Jacksonville, there's another dynamic to that. So now, you know, I'm young, I'm wild. My mama can't control me. Sent me to Chicago and came back to Jacksonville. It ain't that fast. At the time, Jacksonville wasn't moving as fast as Chicago. Jacksonville done sped up a little bit now, but back then it was slow a little bit. So I'm bringing my tactics to Jacksonville, and niggas like seeing me like I'm advanced. But you know what I'm saying? So we going through the motions. So now you got niggas on the north side. That's the black side of town. On the south side, it's more integrated. So it's a lot of money over on the south side. So
what
niggas,
year we talking about?
we talking about in the 90s.
Okay.
So when niggas come to the south side from the north side, they ain't got to shoot and kill no more because there's enough money for everybody on the south side. You feel me? So niggas on the south side don't be into all that gunplay and shit all the time, man. Cause nigga, that bring the police. And we got too much money over here. These crackers out here spending plenty of money. So boom, this where the problem comes. Cause nigga from the north side, from you know what I'm saying, they think they harder than everybody else. So when you get locked up, like I used to go to DDC, the juvenile detention center, and they'll put me in that bitch. And you know, anybody they say from the south side, they think they soft. So now I'm from Chicago, and I'm living on the south side. So that's a double whammy they want to try me about. They want to see a nigga from Chicago hard, and then they want to see, oh, you living on the south side, nigga, you got to be soft. But this is, you know what I'm saying? You can't judge a man by where he live at. You judge a man by his heart. So, man, I'd never forget this nigga looked like Mike Tyson in the face. Young nigga, he had to be like 13, nigga, 14. Man, the trays we used to eat off of was thin, so I collected all the trays. I was like, you through eating? I collected everybody's tray. I had like I was finna go put the trays in the dishwasher, and I slammed them bitches on the back of that nigga head. Boy, that strong ass nigga got up and jumped up like a goddamn basketball player, nigga, and chased my ass. But nigga, the police came and got him and tackled him. And nigga, listen, the thing about juvenile, they ain't gonna put you in the hole. They gonna put you right back in the class with the nigga. So it's recess. I know the nigga finna come try to sneak me, so I got my back against the wall. And I got my homeboy from the south side with me though. So he already told me, he was like, man, if that nigga come over here, handle your business, cause once you fight him, I'm finna go over there and hit that nigga in his jaw. Cause he had a nigga he ain't want no more, he ain't like, right? So he was gonna use me as a distraction because he knew the nigga was gonna try me, right? So as soon as he seen the nigga coming, as soon as the nigga came over, everybody was watching. He slid off to the side. And as soon as that nigga came at me, I scooped his ass and tried to bam him, but that nigga was strong as fuck. But when he did that, my dog went over there and stole that nigga. So then it was like a romper room, nigga. Everybody was in that bitch fighting, nigga. I'm talking about nigga, about 30 of us in that bitch, thumping in that bitch, nigga. I'm biting this big ass nigga. This nigga, the police coming that motherfucker. They slamming young niggas on the ground. They trying to break us up, nigga. I'm holding on for dear life. Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I got my lick off on your big ass, nigga. I caught that nigga with them trays on the back of his head, nigga. I felt like I won the fight, nigga.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But
know something, man? Like, the most brutal fight I seen in high school, well, going through school, I'll never forget this shit, man. There was this one white boy, he was talking so much shit to this nigga, bro. Like, it was a black dude. You know how you always got that quiet black person that don't bother nobody?
That was me.
Right. Well, so this an asshole racist right here. He ain't gonna, he said racist shit from time to time, but he just went to bars than the dude one day. He was on the back of the bus doing that homework, and early in the morning, cause I guess he had to finish it before his class started. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna kick your ass when we get on the bus. That's exactly what he said. The whole bus laughed, bro. That was the first time we ever heard him say something. Like, you know, just as far as like ever just speaking outward on it so everybody could hear it. So, cause the other white boy was like a few seats down, but he said, he was like, I'm gonna kick your ass when I get on that bus, bro. So when we like back in school, we used to pull up and drop the middle school, like elementary, middle school, then high school, and you know how they do it. So we pulled up to the bus stop. My boy got off, bro. White boy was like, shit, let me go whoop this boy's ass. He was talking hella shit. And all I know is the one dude, we didn't even know if he talked to the other guy. So he told one guy, he was like, bro, that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna knock his ass out. I'm gonna need you to if he get one of that white boy to jump over, I'm gonna need you to jump in. So all right, so they get out, we all get out of the bus, we looking to see a fight. Homie walk up on there like, yeah, what's that shit you was saying? White boy run up, he try to punch him. But he knew he was stronger than him. The little quiet black nigga knew he was stronger than the white dude. He slapped him, bro, but this was a different kind of slam, bro. It was like he picked him up and he flipped in the air down there like it was nasty, bro. He dropped him on his face, bro. I thought the nigga neck had broke the way he fell on his shit. I was about to go ahead and break it up. Damn, I'm like, nah, that white boy always talking shit. That's what he get. So the boy after Buddy slapped him on his face, he ain't let up, bro. He dropped a flying knee onto the ground into his face, bro. This nigga face from his forehead to his chin covered in blood, bro. I thought he was dead, bro, because he knocked him out when he dropped that knee. Then he caught him about 3 more hits.
Hey, let me tell you this. I got a penitentiary story. Hold up. I gotta get right. Alright, so boom. I had got fucked off in Coleman. That's in Florida, right? So my case manager, he already told me he was a bitch ass nigga. I forget his bald head ass name. He was like, yeah. I was like, damn, man, he had me back in the hole for damn near 4 months. You know what I'm saying? I done grew a big ass beard and some more shit. That's when I had dread. So he was like, yeah, boy, I say, damn, man, when I'm gonna get transferred? I know you gonna transfer me. Where I'm going? I know you gonna try to send me somewhere far away from Florida. I say, where I'm going? He's like, all I got to tell you is dress warm. I say, oh, bitch ass nigga, I don't give a fuck where you send me, nigga. I got good paperwork, nigga. I can go anywhere, nigga. He like, yeah, all right, party. I was like, all right, whatever, nigga. Fuck you. I cussed that nigga ass out, right? So I sat in the hole for like 2 more months. So in all, I stayed back there in the hole in the shoe for like 6 months. So when they put me on the airplane, I ain't know where I was going. Man, they put me on this thin ass little paper ass suit, right? And the plane had looked like it had tape on the goddamn wing, nigga. So when we take off, it's a nigga in the plane talking shit to the goddamn stewardess. I say, man, what's wrong with this clown ass nigga, man? So when they take off, nigga, the plane shaking like a motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit, we finna die. Man, the nigga, he's steady in there talking shit. Man, what's wrong with the motherfucking pilot, man? All that trying to be funny shit. So when they land the plane, they land in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Boy, that's why I fuck with you niggas from Atlanta. That motherfucker, he was the first one to get off the plane, and I was the second one to get off the plane. I was wondering why they picked him the first one to get off the plane, because I was like the first, like up front as far as the guys. They had the girls separate. So they got him, then they came and got me. When they put that nigga on the bus, them black ass niggas from Atlanta was on the bus to take him to Atlanta prison. Man, they beat that nigga ass in the back of that goddamn bus, nigga. He was handcuffed. He couldn't block no punches, nigga. He was like, yeah, nigga, welcome to Atlanta, nigga. You on the plane showing out, huh? Bop, bop, bop. The nigga looked back at me. He like, nigga, you want some of this? I was like, that nigga on Friday. No. Hey, but look, so when I get to Atlanta, I sit in Atlanta for like 2 more weeks. Atlanta got rats crawling. We got to put towels under the door because the rats trying to crawl in the room and get the nigga commissary. So a nigga can't leave his commissary on the floor. He got to set that shit up on the locker, right? And then they got us sleeping on the floor. It's 2 beds in the room and it's 4 niggas in the room. So they got 2 niggas in the bed and 2 niggas with carts on the floor. I'm sleeping on the floor, so I'm right there where the rats coming in the door at. So boom, nigga, I get out of there. They put me back on that ragged ass plane and they fly me and we flying for a minute, right? So when we get off, nigga, remember I got this thin ass paper suit on. When I get out the plane, I already know it's over with. It snowed about 6 inches deep. And I'm like, man, where the fuck we at? Bro, them motherfuckers sent me way up to Pennsylvania. So they got me up there in Pennsylvania, right? Okay, boom. Now up in Pennsylvania, it's different niggas up there. You know what I'm saying? See, I was at Coleman. It was number Florida niggas down there. So now I'm up here with a whole bunch of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Virginia, DC, and goddamn Maryland, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Some New York niggas from Rochester and shit. So that's the type of niggas I'm around. East Coast, Boston, Massachusetts, all the niggas from the East Coast at this spot, right? And a whole bunch of Mexicans. It was like, man, it was so many Mexicans on that compound. But anyway, check this out. A nigga from Virginia, right? So Virginia In DC, them niggas roll together. They got the DMV up there. You know what I'm saying? So boom, in Baltimore, them niggas roll together. So the nigga on the basketball court playing ball, and it's a nigga, a big ass nigga. He fouled a nigga, and the nigga say something to the big nigga, right? But the big nigga say, "What, nigga?" and slapped him like a bitch. Bow! Everybody on the court looking like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" So the young nigga, he scared. So he like, "Man, you got that, you got that." The nigga was like, "Yeah, nigga, I know I got that. What the fuck you gonna do about it, right?" So the nigga was like, "Yeah, you got that, you got that." So he go back to the unit. So his homeboys pull up on him, the niggas from Virginia. Not the niggas from DC and Baltimore. Them niggas were like, "Yeah, you need to straighten that shit." So them niggas went over there and hollered at old boy. Dog, I never forget. I'm on the second floor with my homeboy. We just got through smoking a J. So we trying to let the room air out. You know what I'm saying? We see them niggas talking to him. They telling them like, "Listen, you gonna have to do something. If you don't do none of that, nigga, before lockdown, you gonna have to check in. And you know, when you check in, you gotta get off the compound, right?" So the nigga knew it was whatever happened, he was gonna have to go to the shoe anyway. Cause them niggas gonna make him do something. Cause he was supposed to handle that shit on the basketball. If he would have fought back, they wouldn't have did nothing. They probably would have formed Voltron and got on that nigga ass if he would have fought on the basketball court. But he didn't. He holed up. So now he got a predicament, right? So boom, I'm telling my partner, we high as shit. We looking at the young nigga and I ain't get to the good part yet. Hold up. So I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, he ain't my homeboy, but he from down south. So niggas from down south stick together. I don't care what part of the south you from. Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, all of us got one car. And ain't no homeboy shit. It's all south. So I'm telling the nigga, I'm like, "Hey man, I don't think that little young nigga gonna do. I think he gonna check in." He was like, "No man, you think he?" I was like, "Look how long it's been. It had been like an hour since they had told that nigga." The young nigga was in the microwave room making his food, or so I thought. Now the other nigga, the big nigga, he at the TV with his food, watching TV. He ain't studying the little young nigga, right? So we went back in the room and smoked another J, right? And we come back out and look for the youngster. The youngster coming out the microwave room with his cup and his food, but we ain't checking his pockets. When he get close to the nigga, whatever he had in that cup, he had it in the microwave. And see, this what niggas don't know. They get that magic shade and they get that baby oil. And they boil that shit in the microwave for about 10 minutes. That nigga boiled that shit. And when he splashed that nigga in the face, that nigga screamed like a devil. That nigga say, "Ah!" And that nigga, when the nigga grabbed his face, the skin started peeling off his face. So when the young nigga did that, he dropped his food and pulled out a goddamn belt. The belt had like 2 locks locked on that motherfucker. And he started splacking that nigga on top of his head, right? Bruh, let me tell you something. I ain't never seen blood shoot that high up in the air before. When that nigga got hit on the top of his head, I tell you, nigga, that blood shot damn near 4 feet in the air, nigga. That shit. Nigga, that nigga started running for dear life. That young nigga was chasing that nigga all around the mother. That nigga ran straight to the police officer station, nigga. And that nigga was still on that nigga ass and that bitch. The police had to pull that nigga up off of him.
Bro, that's a crucial ass story, bro.
Dog, that wasn't even the worst ass whooping I done seen in there. I'm just saving it for this live. But hey man, I'm finna get off this motherfucking live, man. Let me get my ass in the motherfucking bed, nigga. Hey man, I'm gonna holler at your ass though. But you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, my nigga.
Yeah, one.
One.
Yeah, man, let me get out this live, man. But like I said, man, in my vampire. Y'all know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe. You know the vibe. Follow the man before they ban the boys. It's your choice, man. My opinion matters, man. What you think about this shit, man? Hit my like button, man. Hit the cash app. Part twice. PARTTWICE. Fuck with me. You know. I think we're going through some shit. Mama sick. Trying to get this legitimization. And get my child support taken care of. Y'all need your help, man. Fuck with me, man. We out this bitch, man. Tell your daughters don't fall for the vampires. Because when they open their legs, that means you let them in. then it's on you, baby. You gotta choose better. Do your homework. Fellas, do your homework on these girls. Ladies, do your homework on these guys. Some of these vampires are wicked. Some of these vampires are like Twilight. I mean, you got different vampires. We all hunters. We gonna hunt you. We like what we see. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You niggas move too sloppy. You try to give me Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
I pop it, pop it. You niggas wanna pop me. You could not give me poppy. You niggas move too sloppy. You just another copy. He talking cocky, cocky. He wanna fight like Rocky. I see you coming with your pants, but you better pop me. He think he Jackie Chan, nigga think he Jackie Chan. Put your hands on the man, will it make you understand? Did you put your hands on me? Shoot you, then I fuck your bitch. I'm about to pop a pee. I'm about to. You could not give me poppy. You niggas move too sloppy. You try to give me Jackie Chan.
I got you. You let me in.
I pop it, pop it. You niggas wanna pop me. You could not give me poppy. You niggas move too sloppy. You just another copy. He talking cocky, cocky. He wanna fight like Rocky. I see you coming with your pants, but you better pop me. He think he Jackie Chan, nigga think he Jackie Chan.